Hey SDI, my name is Dave Story. This is my project video for week 1. This is for FTT 211 and today is 29 April 2026. Today, this video is going to be for sealing and finishing my stock here. I have already prepped the stock, got all of the sanding done of the last class. I have now have it wiped down. I just did a quick fresh sanding on it just so it's nice and smooth and there's no dirt or anything on it. I have it wiped down with a clean cloth. I am going to start with my stock finish first, and when I do my stock finish I am going to dilute it 90-10 ratio. I got my first part of my sealant ready. I'm going to go ahead and start my coats. I'm only doing 1 ounce at a time in this just so I don't run out, and gonna get it sealed. Now, I am in my garage. I have my safety glasses on, and I have my garage door open with the fan going, so I got plenty of good airflow as well. So I got some really good coverage over my whole stock. I'm going to use some Q-tips to get some of the puddles out. And I'm going to let it dry overnight, 24 hours, and then come back and see if it needs a second coat. Alright, we'll come back tomorrow and see how it looks. So my first coat of sealant is all dry. I hit it with a little bit of steel wool just to knock down some of the fibers. I'm going to do my second coat of my sealant. I am using the finish that was provided by SDI with a 90-10 ratio of some mineral spirits. So 90% of the finish, 10% of the mineral spirits. I'm going to do my second coat now. Then I'm going to let that dry for another 24 hours. After that, I will start my process of staining the wood. Okay, I have my second coat of sealant on this. I'm going to let it soak in for about 15 minutes or so. After that, I'm going to wipe off any excess and then let it dry for another 24 hours. After that, I will start my staining process. All right, while my second coat of sealant is drying, I'm going to start buffing my brass pieces. Here are all my brass pieces before the buff. I will show you guys me buffing them, and then I will show you each piece after I am done buffing.
Here I started making some squares and hand sanding my pieces one direction with 320 grit sandpaper and then 90 degrees to that with a 400 grit sandpaper. I started doing some wet sanding and found that worked a little bit better. And here are the results.
Okay, I think I'm getting a pretty good brushed look on this. I have not touched this much this side at all, but I've gotten the edges and the top pretty good. I'm going to keep working at it, but I think I'm doing all right. All right, so after many feels like hours, I have all my pieces nice and buffed and shined, all the brass pieces all cleaned up, even this other end over here on this one here. Nice, they all look really good. I got them pretty shiny. Hopefully that doesn't bite me in the butt later. Here's a little bit of a closer look. You can see some of the marks still on it, but I mean they came out really well. So I think I did. My stock has now been sealed with my true oil gun stock finish that I diluted 90-10 with my mineral spirits here. I got every area of it looks really good. did raise the fiber some, so I'm going to hit it with some of this Quad Zero steel wool. I know the book only calls for 00, but I think this will still do just fine. I'm going to hit this with this, wipe it off, and then I'm going to start my finish process with the wood finish from the kit that I got from SDI. It is Gunstock 231. I have my stock all nice and sanded with my steel wool. I am going to clean it all off with some clean paper towels, shop towels, and hang it back up and get started on the staining process. Spirits. I am about to apply my first coat of stain with this wood finish Gunstock 231. Give it a good stir right now before I apply the first coat and be brushing it on. And then I will wipe away any excess that may be there still after about 5 to 15 minutes, what that says on the can. After that first coat, I'll see if I want to do a second coat after it dries for about 2 hours. So let's get on, let's get it. So I got my first coat of my stain on. I'm going to let it sit for a few minutes, then come back, wipe any excess off, come back in 2 hours and see how it looks, see if I want to apply another coat. Alright, so it's been about 2 hours. Looks like I do want to do a second coat, but it's looking really good. So we'll get the second coat and then let it dry. Alright, I'm going to give it about 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll wipe off the excess, and then we'll let it dry and see how it looks.
A few moments later.
Alright, it's been about 10 minutes. We're going to wipe off all the excess, and then see what we get, let it dry overnight, and see our final product.
So after wiping off the stain, this is my final product. I think the stain that was provided was amazing. The second time I left it on a lot thicker than I did the first time, and I think it did a really good job at getting into the pores of the wood. I am very, very satisfied with this, and I can't wait to do more.